This might be the glossiest paint we've ever seen in the studio, and we haven't even coated it yet.
Right. Ceramic coating a beautiful car. Hi, I'm Ivan.
I'm Nick.
This is DIY Detail. Before we ceramic coat it, Nick, we do need to polish it though. This car we know has wax on it. We can see it in the cracks, we can see it in little areas. It has wax, we've washed it, we've decontaminated it. Now we need to coat it. But the coating will not bond properly to wax. We need to strip the wax off chemically. There's no chemicals that really remove wax. They might damage it, they might cover it up. They're not removing it. The only safe way of doing it is the gold pad at a minimum. Our red pad isn't enough. App isn't enough. Gold pad, gold standard polish. Couple quick little passes, that wax is gone.
We've washed, we've decontaminated. That was another video. That is not what we're talking about here today. Before we polish, you do want to wash the car, Ivan. Now you're like, I've never polished before. Maybe I want to learn something from the detailing master, Ivan LaCroix. What do you have to teach them?
Well, first, I'm not a master, I'm still a student. I'm always learning, so is Nick, so are you guys. Learning is part of detailing, and learning is so much fun. And that's for me what makes detailing fun, is I get to learn. But what we need to do with this vehicle is remove the wax. It's meticulously maintained. There's not really any scratches on this thing. There's hardly any love marks or swirls. It's in beautiful shape. You can see the gloss, it's there. But we want to amp up that gloss and at the same time remove the wax. That's the most important part, remove the wax. We always start with a clean, damp pad and one spray of gold standard polish.
Not two?
Not two, not three. One is all you need.
Wouldn't one offer more lubrication? More cutting power, more
Yes,
shine?
Exactly, one offers more lubrication, more cutting power, more shine.
Oh, I thought two in my head. Maybe I'm learning from you. Ivan, we have a product company. So
Right.
Our goal is to sell them, what, 10 pads per car so they buy a lot from us?
No, one pad. And we've got, just so you know, 167 microns here. So this paint is in good shape, 208. It may or may not have been 172. So yeah, it's a good quality paint. It's a 10-year-old car, back when they actually used to put paint on cars.
I was joking about all the pads.
Right.
We teach a one pad system. Although yours looks a lot fresher than mine.
Right,
This pad though, I can tell the integrity of it is good. It might be a little stained.
right.
What are your thoughts on that? You've got a brand new pad. I've got one that I've used on a few cars that
Actually,
might have some staining on it.
This one's been used on a couple cars too, just we didn't have to touch trim with it.
Okay.
And that one's touch trim, and it's also done a single stage red vehicle.
And it still looks like it's perfectly safe to use.
Yeah, it is. Your pad may look a little meh, it's fine. You don't need to get a new pad for every panel or a new pad for every vehicle. Maintain your pads, keep them clean, don't overheat them, don't put pressure on them, they're gonna last a long time. Nick, one question we get a lot in the comments is, what machine is that? This is our 25mm machine, it's a DIY machine. It's not just a recopied, branded something, it's actually our own design, and we have a patent pending on it because of the central battery location. It makes it so much more balanced. The tool is easier to use. It feels like a corded tool. That's why we call it a cord-free tool, not a cordless tool.
We've freed it from the cord.
Right.
Liberation.
Nick had mentioned before the color of the pad. Now you see I touched the older trim around the sunroof, and here there's a bit of oxidation on it. It is a 10-year-old car afterwards. So I removed some of that oxidation there. That's why my pad has gone black. When we clean it, most of it should come back. So a little bit of staining, but nothing on the surface like it was before. And as I keep polishing the paint, it will actually diminish. Here we can really see how the polish is clumping up on the surface. That's what we're trying to get rid of. That clumpiness that you see, as I polish, it will go away. Now we see the nice even pattern afforded by the waffle pad. There's none of that clumpiness. That means the wax is lifted off the surface. When we wipe this polish residue away, we'll be wiping away the wax residue as well. You know, one thing, Nick, I've been doing research and development in this industry for decades. Polishing is the only reliable way to remove waxes and sealants. You know, people have been trying to come up with a liquid wax remover for decades. I haven't seen one that works yet.
What about a liquid sealant remover?
Same thing.
Ceramic coating?
No, definitely not a ceramic coating. There's some that actually say they will remove a ceramic coating. If you want to test it for yourself, because I've done this test many, many times with many different products, is actually put a high spot on a ceramic coating, purposely put a high spot, and see if that product will remove the high spot. They never do, because they're actually not removing the coating. What they're doing is temporarily scarring it, making it feel like, oh, it's got no more beating. It must be gone. It's not gone, it's just scarred. The coating is still there. And a wax is the same way. Now for cleaning the pad so far, all I've used is rinseless wash. And remember a little while ago my pad was black? Now it's back to being nice gold the way it should be. How's your pad looking, Nick?
I mean, it looks exact same as before. No worse, no more degradation in the foam, no more staining.
Yep.
That's why we can just get one pad and use it on, what, at least half a dozen cars?
Yeah, exactly. Those of you that might be overwhelmed with the thought of polishing your vehicle, we've done a wash, mechanical decontamination, a chemical decontamination, and polished the whole car in under an hour and a half. Now there's two of us, so by yourself, that'd be 3 hours. And we stop to talk to you guys on video once in a while, so that actually slows us down a little bit, but we don't mind. While Nick finishes up wiping up his side, he's almost done, I'm gonna start using the adhesion promoter polish. It's our favorite tool for prepping for a ceramic coating. Yes, we do have our paint prep. It is a great product. It works exceptionally well. This makes panel prep obsolete. It is so much nicer to use, first of all. Secondly, it will bring more depth and more shine to this paint and make the coating last longer. How does it make the coating last longer? Easy. It expands or swells the paint just a little bit, opening up those pores. That way the coating goes into the paint and not just sits on the paint. For this, we need to use a 2 to 9 millimeter stroke machine. This is one we got off Amazon. It's inexpensive, does the job. Great little tool. The other very important part of this is our red waffle jeweling pad. You do not want to use any other pad with the app. The reason for that, we want the softness of the pad, we want the thickness of the pad, and we want the pore structure of the pad. They're designed to work together. You can see just how quick this is. Didn't take me but a minute to do this hood. It looks so simple, I could apply it by hand. You don't want to apply it by hand. You need the action of the tool. The pad, the action of the tool helps do everything for you. The other thing is I'm using a dry pad, not a damp pad. The reason for the dry pad is we don't want the rinseless wash or anything mixing in with the adhesion promoter polish to dilute it. So far, I've done the hood, I've done half the roof, all the uppers here. I still have product on my pad. I don't need to add more. As long as I'm leaving a trail of app on the surface, I don't need to add more to my pad. A little app goes a long way. I've just done half the car with 3 drops of app. And there's still some on my pad, so I'm gonna keep going. But we'll come back to you in a few minutes when the app is done and we're ready to apply the coating.
And as Ivan does that, I've just got my hotel key card here and I'm wrapping a rinseless wash damp and towel over it.
Yeah.
And I'm just getting the last bits of wax residue. There was so many little spots that it had gotten stuck in crevices.
Yeah, and some of the little cracks. Nick, I know it's shining like glass, but why are you using Nick's favorite glass towel on it?
Because this is Nick's favorite app towel and wax removal towel. Ivan, the truth is it works really well at a lot of different areas, surfaces, and contexts.
Yeah, the Mr. Twister towel is a great towel. It's a good multi-purpose, jack of all trades. And it does a great job at removing stuff, like Nick said, like the app residue, like wax residue, definitely, but also great at cleaning glass. When you're done applying the adhesion promoter polish, a couple sprays of rinseless wash on your pad, massage it in, spin it out. Once it dries, you'll be ready to go for the next time. Now, the fun part, the easy part, applying the ceramic coating. People stress out about, oh, I've never applied a ceramic coating before. It's easy, it's simple, it's fun, and it's fast.
Let's show them how we do it.
Yeah. So, in the box, we have an applicator, we have a bottle of coating. What do you have in your hands, dear sir?
I have the level 1 coating leveling towel and the Freebird 400. This is my first wipe, this is my insurance wipe. We'll show you how you use these, but this is not rocket science, Ivan.
No. Our 5-year ceramic coating is known for its gloss. This car is already glossy. We know this is their weekend fun car. This isn't the daily driver.
This might be the glossiest paint we've ever seen in the studio, and we haven't even coated it yet.
Right. It's a very flat paint. There's almost no orange peel to it, which to me would be a stressful thing because orange peel is actually a good thing for some people.
Why is that?
Orange peel hides defects. Toyota, aka Lexus here, was very brazen in delivering a vehicle from the factory with such flat paint. Now, I'm doing circular motions here. That is to ensure a nice, even application. With my applicator, I'm coloring outside the lines. I've gone over onto the fender. I've gone past the center of the hood. I'm going onto the grill here. But you'll notice what looks like an oil slick on water. The rainbow effect, as some people like to call it. And as we let it go, we let it seep in, it will actually almost all go away, and then Nick just has to lightly go over it with the towel.
Yeah, it's almost self-leveling, which you notice with our new coatings, and especially if you use adhesion promoter polish versus panel prep.
Yep.
And effortlessly just wipe. I mean, geez, that is so easy. If you're getting a lot of resistance under the towel, okay, maybe it's a little early in the wipe. This was so smooth.
So applying everywhere, I boxed in the edges first, and then going in a circular motion.
And I'm leveling way outside the lines. So I went way back onto an area that I already leveled. So I don't want to leave any high spots, Ivan.
All right. For myself, a couple drops on the applicator. I'm not going to start on the A pillar because I have too much material in the applicator at the moment. So I'm just going to start up here on the roof, box in a section, spread it on my applicator, and then work my way down the A pillar. While I'm here, I'm going to do the mirror. Now, Nick and I, we've done a lot of SUVs.
Trucks?
And 4-door cars. A 2-door coupe is not something we do too often, so it sort of disturbs the rhythm in the sense that we're used to doing the front door, then the back door, and then back to the front door for the upper and the lower of the door. This way, we're gonna have to think a little outside the box. This isn't a boxy car in any way, so we're thinking outside the box.
So what have you done?
I've done the A pillar and the roof so far, Nick.
All right.
This is where communication is very important. Basically, I tell Nick what I've done, and he sees what needs to be done. And here I've gone down to this body line, Nick. If you've never applied a ceramic coating, and if you're working by yourself, do one piece of the car at a time. So apply it, watch for that rainbow look, and when 50% of it is cleared up, then start leveling. If your leveling towel seems like you're pushing around liquid, then stop. Don't go any further. Let it sit for a little while longer, maybe 30 seconds, and then try again. And when it becomes super smooth, as soon as you put the towel to it, you're ready to go. The other thing that's very important is not to put too much on your applicator. Like many things in detailing, especially in DIY world, more is never better.
How do you know on paint where you can't really see what's going on? What's too much, what's enough?
Very easy, Nick. Put it on a window. You can see it better on glass and on a dark glass than you can. And most vehicles have, at least the back windows are dark.
So when in doubt, tap it on glass, try to see if it's still got coating to give. Is that kind of the idea? Okay.
And you can feel it in the applicator as well.
Well, that's one of those where you get experience and you can kind of feel it more, but the first time you coat, you might be so nervous and you may not know what to feel for.
Right.
You'll get a feel for it though, after a few panels, but nothing beats experience, so I was kind of curious what you could share in that regard.
The biggest thing about applying a ceramic coating, don't overthink it, don't stress out. There's nothing you can do permanently bad to your vehicle with a ceramic coating. The worst you can do is get a high spot, and the high spot is easy to take off. The hardest thing with a coating is actually the decontamination and getting it to this level. Once you're here, applying the coating is easy, it's simple, and it's fun. So now that we have all the upper sections done, time to do the lower sections. Nick and I are both right-handed, meaning I'm going to start at this corner and go towards my left hand. So moving this way, Nick's not going to be in my way when I'm applying, I'm not going to be in his way when he's leveling. Couple drops on the applicator, box in my section, overlapping. Yes, we've done the hood previously, but I overlap onto the hood and fill in with a circular motion. Our coatings have what's called instant bond technology, meaning as soon as the applicator touches the paint, it's bonded, it's there. The coating is now part of the paint, especially when you've used adhesion promoter polish. So if Nick wanted to, he could literally level right behind me. Not a good idea, but he could.
You just need these two towels, Ivan. If you're going too quickly and your leveling towel gets really wet, you may need to replace this one.
Yeah.
That's why we told you one pad to polish the vehicle, two towels to level. It's just, you don't need a lot of stuff.
No, you don't need a lot of stuff.
With our system.
You don't need to be throwing towels away either at the end, and even the applicator for that matter. All we do is once we're done, we put it in our wash bucket, let it sit for 15 minutes. The surfactants do their job, and we're ready to go. Now, we mentioned instant bond technology. What that does for us is make basically the application almost foolproof. But almost more importantly, 1 hour later, the vehicle is ready to be driven in the rain.
Or the snow?
Or the snow.
Okay.
Yeah, temperature independent. And after that, 3 days later, if you want to, you can wash your car. Because some people, they get really stressed out once they have applied a coating that, oh, there's a little bit of dust on the car or something like that. Don't stress out about it, don't worry.
So if you don't have two people, what should you do with your leveling towels while you're applying your coating?
I put them on my shoulder. Or you can hang them on the mirror, put them on the windows, anywhere you want.
But then isn't there coating on your towel and you're putting it somewhere and it's getting on the paint?
Your towel should never get that wet, Nick.
All right.
Nick, you had the pleasure of meeting the owner of this vehicle. What's this vehicle represent for him?
Retirement, freedom, just kind of his dream car, and there was a big smile on his face when he dropped it off. So he and I believe his wife both loved the car.
Good.
So it's nice when you meet someone who's really into their vehicle and you can deliver results like this for them.
Nick asked the owner, is there anything, about the car that you want fixed or that is bothering you? And the only thing was a stone chip on the hood that he got last Thursday, so.
And those will happen when you drive, won't they, Ivan?
Yeah.
Are ceramic coatings gonna prevent stone chips?
Heck no.
How about scratches?
Nope.
How about the cops from pulling you over because it's so glossy?
That one we can't say.
Ceramic coatings aren't like bulletproof.
No, they're not bulletproof. They're there to make your life easier. Your car is going to be glossy, it's going to be shiny, it's going to be easier to clean. You're going to have to clean it less often. So the whole corner here.
Ooh, cleaning it less often sounds pretty good.
Yeah, because it stays cleaner longer. Less dirt accumulates, less contamination accumulates. Yes, you're going to have to decontaminate your car once in a while, but it's not going to be as bad, and you're not going to have as fast and as quick an accumulation.
We sure did make cleaning the car look easy, Ivan, but now that it's coated, surely there's gotta be like a ceramic coating soap and just all kinds of special techniques and products for a coated car.
Yeah, the whole DIY detail line is designed to maintain your coated car. It's also designed to maintain your uncoated car. There aren't coating specific products.
Oh, yes, there are, Ivan.
Well, there isn't a need for them. We'll put it that way.
They're not in our lineup.
No.
Although we do have C6 Mist, and that is a product that we designed for coated vehicles, but it can be used on non-coated cars.
Right, it's a drying aid that doesn't offer any protection. And people are going, oh, why would I pay for something that doesn't offer protection? A lot of people, when they get a ceramic coating, they love the beading of the ceramic coating, and they don't want to change that in any way. C6 Mist won't change it. There's a lot of sealants, drying aids on the market that will unfortunately dull the beading of a ceramic coating. One question we get a lot is, now that I have my car ceramic coated, can I still go through a car wash? The answer is yes.
I was waiting for you. I was like, wait.
It's your car. You can do with what you want. Now, is the car wash going to damage the coating? It might. But car washes, despite the detailing industry view of car washes, they are getting better all the time. And car washes, there isn't some car wash designer sitting in an office somewhere going, I'm going to design a car wash that's going to scratch cars even more. No, they're doing their best to not scratch vehicles.
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought they were the bad guys. I thought we vilified the scratch pass, Ivan.
Well, by calling it the scratch pass, you're pretty much vilifying it, yes.
Okay,
but
maybe I should change my name for it.
Currently, a lot of car washes, unfortunately, are scratch passes. But like I said, there's a lot of good, especially the independent car washes. The people that own 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 car washes, they're not a big national chain. They take it more to heart. I know one car wash owner that takes his personal vehicle through his car wash every single day, because that's the first vehicle to go through that car wash in the morning, and it's the last one to go through at night. That way he's verifying his equipment. As he's going through, he can see, oh, that nozzle needs replacing. This brush has a strand that's loose, whatever. And that is something that a good car wash owner will do. And when they do that, you're pretty much not guaranteed, but when you're going through that car wash, you can have a bit of safety. Now, there's also the touch-free car washes, and they use very harsh chemicals. So those harsh chemicals may not damage your coating, but they might be doing other things to your rubbers, your plastics, your moldings that you don't want happening. There's varying theories on this. Should you just not wash your car?
Versus ever take it through the car wash?
Right.
Yeah.
Take it through the car wash. Not washing your car is actually doing more damage. in the sense that what's happening is the dirt that's on the vehicle becomes eventually bonded contamination. The more often you remove that dirt, the less chance you have of getting bonded contamination, making it easier to wash it the next time. For those of you that live in a northern area, one thing that really scratches cars is that snow removal brush. So be careful with your snow removal brush. And in the winter, take it through the touch-free car wash once in a while, or if you have the chance to wash it at home, that's always the best. But to get the salt out from under the vehicle and also on the paint. High spot hotspots, areas where you're more than likely to find a high spot when you're done. That is around mirror bases, where the A-pillar meets the fender, where it meets the hood. Anywhere you have intersections, around emblems. Areas where you have to pay a little more attention, the door handles. Those are all areas where you can get the famous high spot. What happens when you get a high spot? If you catch it within an hour or so, just go back over it with some coating, wipe it off, it'll be gone. If you find it the next day, take a bit of adhesion promoter polish on a low nap towel, like the level 1 that Nick has, and lightly go over it by hand. Don't go past. So if you're, let's say this is the high spot, this little logo here. Well, you wouldn't go all the way around here with it. You would literally just go on the logo, wipe it off, take a look. Keep going until it disappears. You don't have to recoat the panel if you just remove the high spot. Remember, a high spot is an excess of coating. So by removing the high spot, you're just removing the excess. You don't want to remove everything on the panel, just focus on that one area. Nick, you've unfortunately had a lot of experience with high spots.
Yeah, they give me nightmares, Ivan.
Some of it self-induced.
All self-induced.
What's your solution for taking care of them?
I just put too much coating on my applicator, and that tends to leave like these phantom high spots that reappear later. So I would just take Ivan's advice. How many drops do you put on the applicator when you go to a new panel?
2.
Okay, because sometimes I do 5, and I can't see it going on there, and then later I'm like, why is this haze reappearing? So what I will usually do is adhesion promoter polish, or I'll reapply it with the applicator onto the high spot and just see if that reactivates it, and then do a quick level with the level 1. If that doesn't work, then it's tap.
Yeah. And then a phantom high spot, what Nick was alluding to, is a high spot that you wiped it off. You know you did a great job leveling that coating, but then you come back an hour later and there's a high spot. What happens is you had way too much coating on the surface. It formed a skin. That skin, you leveled it, it looks shiny, it looks great. There are still the carrier solvents in that solution. They're coming to the surface. Other things that might happen is you've applied a coating and then half an hour later the car is hazy looking. Again, you probably applied too much. That haze is those carrier solvents coming back out. Let it sit for an hour or two, then go back over with some leveling towels.
Is the haze gonna wipe off in a week with your wash, or is that also like its own high spot?
No, that's less than a high spot, so yes, it should wipe off with a wash, but wipe it off sooner than later. You don't want, especially if you're a professional detailer, you don't want to be delivering a coating or a vehicle to a customer saying, oh, don't worry, in a week it's gonna wash off. That's not a good thing to do.
Nope.
Of course, we do headlights, we did the tail lights, we did the windows. But you notice I didn't do the windshield. And there's a reason for that. Even though our coating applicator is extremely economical, it's not harboring a lot of coating in it. At the end, I'll do the windshield last. And by doing the windshield last, I can actually put pressure on the applicator, squeezing out every last drop. So all this area is done, Nick. Let me get this beautiful chrome around here. Also did the Lexus emblem, Nick.
Okay.
You know, this vehicle is really a testament to what maintenance can do for you. This is a 10-year-old car.
This looks so good, and the paint is so slick.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a 10-year-old car and it looks brand new.
Brand new. Like
Actually,
2025.
Looks better than new, but anyways. Not many new cars on the lot look this good.
They've been touched by the DIY detail magic.
That, and it's been well maintained by the owner.
Yeah.
That's a very important thing. So now I can apply just a little bit of pressure to my applicator, squeezing out every last drop of coating. One thing we neglected to do on our way by was the back window, so let me do that as well. Now, in the C6 line, we have a specific glass coating, Hydro Glass. Great product. The regular coatings will do great on glass. What they don't do good with, or great with, is wiper agitation. We know this customer tries their best to not drive this car in the rain, so it's not a concern. And speaking of high spots, come over here, we might be able to see it. So you can see, it looks like Nick stopped with his towel, because we can see the weave of the Pearl Weave towel. So there we have what is a high spot. And Nick, if you want to come over here, just go over that little spot right there.
You can see that on camera?
Yeah, definitely. And there you go.
All gone.
It's been at least 5 minutes, so not a big concern. Other half of the windshield is done. Now we go around and inspect for high spots. If we find any, we just quickly hit them with the leveling towel because it hasn't been long enough. Nick, are you happy with the results?
I am happy, and I know there's probably gonna be a couple high spots, which I feel like it doesn't count if you catch them in the initial walkthrough. It's tomorrow when we find the high spot. That's when I take full blame and say, okay. But I do like the idea of getting it right the first time.
Yeah.
You know, just you have your routine, you go by, and you make sure that you catch the high spots. So I always make sure with windows, high spots are gonna be little corners where maybe you didn't get to it early enough. And then, of course, with my insurance wipe, Ivan, this paint looks insane.
Yeah.
What else is there to say? I just want to admire the glow.
Well,
and
there's
the
nothing.
feel.
Yeah, nothing more for us to say about this car. But if you like a red car and an exotic red car, we have something for you right here.